No brakes, all gas. Now watch me boss up. Blockchain's future, yeah, we stacking up the blocks. While they sleeping on the tech, we be breaking all the locks. Started from the vision, now we running with precision. Oracle's automation, man, we changing the division. Multi-VM flex, ain't no stopping the ignition. Cross-chain communication, now we breaking competition. Super going rise, yeah, we climbing through the ranks. Supply line tight.
Up, everybody. Welcome to episode 54 of the SUP. I'm back to where I normally am. Upstairs, outdoors, and hopefully the same setup as usual. So hopefully we don't have any tech glitches like we did last week. But my man Chase is back, dude. You had a bit of a rough one last week. Welcome back. And how's your kid doing, man?
Yep. So I will fill everybody in that didn't know. So Archer, my 6-year-old son, fell in PE last week. Knocked both of his 2 front teeth out. So we've been dealing with doctor's appointments literally the past week and a half. Well, I guess full week now. But today we found out the best news ever. Everybody had been telling us that he was going to have to get a root canal. But to get a root canal, you have to be sedated. You have to be put under anesthesia. And he's 6 years old. Like, to me, it just seems like a weird thing to do. I didn't feel very comfortable with it. So we got like a bunch of other opinions. So we went to a referred specialist today, and he was like, the tooth is healthy. We'll just build him a new tooth on top of it. So thank God, no root canal is needed. Things are looking up.
Good to hear, man. Good to hear, bro. Well, yeah, sorry, dude, about what happened. That's rough, man. I know what it's like when your kids go through that. And John K, my man, welcome back to the show. It's good to have you back, brother.
Band's back together, boys.
What's going on, guys?
Yep, the band is back together. Let's cause trouble out here, people. Let's cause trouble. Guys, drop your comments in the chat because, yeah, the band is indeed back together.
We are back. I'm seeing some people going through. All the boys are here this morning. What's up, Coot Tap, Symbol, Nate, as always, my boy, hello, Mark, Stav, Fan, as always, hello. I think your real name is Ryan Fan, but I'm not going to dox you like that.
Well, thank
Crypto
you for that.
Pill, hello, Baltec, Khalifa, and hello, Crypto Pill. So why are you here? I'm here every week. We're here every week, brother. This is the SUP. If this is your first time seeing it, this is our weekly live stream where we talk about all things Supra. So welcome to the show. And
it turns out that Super Daddy has a Tash as well. So yeah, baby. We need photos, Super Daddy. Like, we haven't seen. I post photos all the time. I post videos. Come on, buddy. You're becoming an ex-influencer now. It might be worth sending out a couple of photos. We want to see what the Super Daddy looks like, brother.
I'll have a stash next week. I'll shave the beard into just straight stash.
Bro, I mean, the amount of testosterone your body produces, my man. John, when Tash, bro?
Yeah, good call. When stash, John?
What was that? Sorry,
when mustache?
Oh, dude, I've been trying to grow one since I was a baby, bud. It comes in, but it's like, what's crazy is the only thing I get is a neck. I get like straight neck.
Veneered.
Yeah, it's like, it's terrible. It's terrible. It's like, okay, I'll just make sure I never do that. And like, how embarrassing. Walking out.
How old are you now, John? Are you 20? Are you happy to tell us your age?
27, yeah.
27, bro. I mean, you and I have similar genes from what I can see. I literally was only able to start doing this when I hit like 37, 38, bro. So 10 more years, my man.
Well, hopefully that day, because I keep hearing people all the day tell me now, like, hey, you better watch out. Hopefully that beard doesn't start coming and you start losing your hair and then you start getting it there. And I'm like, man, dude, I hope that's not.
Nah, man, your hair looks good, bro. Your hair looks good. All right, guys, let's jump into community posts. We'll start with Super Saiyans. Super Saiyans, sorry.
Gosh, dang.
Every time. Super
Good
Saiyans,
night.
As I said it, I knew. The presence of Chase just alerted my mind. I knew straight away. Super Saiyans, what's up?
So
Super
funny.
Saiyans. They haven't said much in this post, but they've just put out a cash tag. I just love the video. I mean, obviously we can't screenshot the video. I mean, we could share screens and all that, but we're not going to waste too much time on that. But this is a really cool video. So go check it out. Super Saiyans on X. It's just super. I was going to say sexy, but that doesn't feel like it's the right fit. Just a super cool AI generated video with a cash tag beyond 8. I am interested to know what's happening with the cash tag beyond 8. Chase, do you have any idea?
No, but you heard it here first. James is into furries. Welcome to a freak show.
You see, when the boys get together, it's trouble. When the boys get together, it's trouble.
Well, moving on. No, I don't know anything about Beyond 8. Maybe I will have to do my due diligence and research myself. But moving on, since James is getting a little freaky, next one is going to be from Syntax Error. I don't think that I've seen this user before, but they did post a screenshot of the PBO2 airdrop. They got themselves 80,000 Supra. That's some decent work you did for PBO2, sir. Well done, and congratulations.
Yeah, and
then moving into the next one. Go to the next one.
When I saw the screenshot, I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to feature a video or a post of PBO2 providing a syntax error. Then I realized that was your username. So thank you for confusing us all here, my man. Morphoface, still love this guy's PFP and the username Morphoface. Very, very cool. He's showing off his iSupra ST Supra Pool APR that he got on Atmos recently. 215% APR. I want to know how long that is going to stay like that, because I'm going right now, brother. 15% APR. Do the math on that, people. Do the math on that. Get in now. Very.
I wanted to give a shout out to Morpho just in general. This guy is a wonderful community member. He's a very solid light in the community. He's always around. He's always being super positive. He's one of the most knowledgeable people in the community. I always see him helping out people that don't really understand certain things or asking certain questions. Look, we can't be around all the time, especially me. I'm in the United States. I'm sleeping a lot of the time. I know a lot of our community is overseas, so I'm not on the same time zone as you. We do have moderators that help when they can, but a lot of the time, there's just not somebody there. I don't want to say a lot of the time, but sometimes just not somebody there to answer you immediately. And Morpho has done a great job by standing in there, being a positive community member, and helping people when they need help. So I just wanted to give you a big shout out, Morpho. I'm a fan of you, my dude. Is that it for that one?
That's it for that one.
Okay.
Next item on the list is you, sir.
Let's go, Res Dogs. So these guys are always barking up on my timeline. So shout out to Res Dogs, this meme coin on Supra. They put out a nice, clear message on what to the Web3 world. Supra is all about conviction, with a very cool comic book style illustration of Supernauts. Shout out to them. Go give them a follow. They're always spreading the great word of Supra and preaching the gospel. So shout out to Res Dogs and all the boys over there.
Yeah. Shout out to Res Dogs. Really dig those illustrations that they're producing as well. Couple of comments here. I'm gonna just throw this one. ADL, why Supra is not listed on Binance? Well, just because Binance haven't listed us. That's why. I mean, it's kind of simple. It really is as simple as that. 0x Crusader James, can you gift the MacBook Mini? I really need one. I unfortunately, in my post earlier this week, I was playing on the Claude bot situation where everyone was buying Mac Minis and they were running out in the stores. So if anyone wanted one, I was trying to use that leverage to buy myself a ticket to London, but no one bought. No one took the bait. Super Catalyst, up, my friend. And yeah, we'll get through. Oh, this is a good one from Fan. John, this one's to you, brother. Did you get married recently? Because they're saying that the ring is new on your finger.
It is true. You know, that's crazy that somebody sees that. How do you guys see that? What the
I noticed it immediately.
Really?
I just wasn't going to say anything. Yeah, I noticed it immediately.
Yeah. I got married 31st of December.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, it's crazy because that is crazy. Yeah, you guys, James, did you notice it?
I'm not going to lie, I did not notice it. But I also was like, surely he would have told us. You know,
Okay, that's not fair. That's not fair. I told a lot of people. I told all my friends. I'm just joking. I had no. So, but what I did do is
Kicked in the
I did
nuts
tell a
at
lot of
8
people
a.m.
about it because it was just transitioning time. It was December and stuff like that. I didn't want to bother a lot of people about it. So, like, I made sure, and it was kind of abrupt too, right? This wasn't like I just kind of popped up out of nowhere. It was kind of something that we have been talking about for a long time, anyways. And one of the big things that now wife said is like, hey, it might be a really cool idea to go into like the 31st, because it's like we're both going together, like a new year every year. And it's like the idea of like, okay, everything's going good. And it seems like since we've been together, a lot of things have been changing, and she really likes the idea of it. So it just kind of abruptly came. It was kind of a dinkier little place, but it did the job, and we had a lot of good
was it
family.
Vegas?
It was good.
Was it Vegas,
What?
John?
No, you know what's so funny is we did make the joke of having Elvis come and doing it. No, it wasn't Vegas. I live in Nevada, Reno explicitly. It was a small little place in Reno and just downtown, but it was something super and easy and just straight simple, man.
Nice, man.
Love that.
Congratulations. A lot of love coming for you in the chat as well. Fan, Super Joe, the Crypto Pill, a whole bunch of people just giving you love in the Joe Max
Thanks,
as well.
guys. I appreciate it all.
So yeah, they love you, bro.
Yeah, thanks.
I do have to say JSP meme coin, I don't know if that's a negative comment. Kind of think it is. If you want to drop negative comments, maybe don't come and watch. But he says that Morphoface is paid by Supra. I can tell you that he's not. So we just love people like Morphoface who
Honestly,
get behind the vision.
That's the biggest compliment that he could fucking get.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I was gonna say.
So thanks, bro. Thank you for complimenting our boy.
And
I love when people just talk nonsense.
I'm targeting the negative comments today because why the hell not? Falling Tech is like, oh, he's just trying to protect the money he's got invested. Well, that's kind of the point. If you believe in something and you've got involved in a project, then you're going to do everything you can to support it. So hello, instead of fudding, why not get behind and support? So again, actually fair point, and you're highlighting some good stuff. Okay, I'm going to stop with the comments because I think I'm going to get myself in trouble if I carry on. Let's move on to ecosystem news. Can't wait to chat to John about iAssets and all things iAssets. The married John, amazing, bro. Just super stoked that you got married, man. Like that came out of nowhere, bro. So what a cool show to have a married John K on the show today. So can't wait to chat about iAssets with you shortly, but let's get through ecosystem news. And Solido talking about iAssets. So they've put together this top thread and how iAssets changes what bridging means. There's a lot here. I'm going to read the first 4 posts in the thread. So they say iAssets are coming to Solido. Here's how iAssets change what bridging means. Most crypto assets sit idle the moment they're bridged on Supra. That assumption breaks. iAssets are liquid, yield-bearing representations created at the moment of bridging, automatically staked to enhance network security and fully usable across the DeFi ecosystem. What iAssets unlock is always on yield by default. Today, iAssets earn 6 to 7% rewards in Supra across all major assets on Ethereum, starting the moment they're bridged. But that's not just it. The baseline block rewards are just the starting point. As iAssets move through the ecosystem, the same capital can earn from multiple yield engines at once without ever becoming idle. Supra DeFi yield, automated native DeFi strategies, and then it goes on. So if you haven't read that thread, Solido Money on X, go and check it out.
Yep, it is a great thread. Shout out to Solido. Those boys are killing it over there.
Yeah.
Awesome. The next one up, we have the Atmos team. After having Atmos on the show last week, which James did, they've now announced their multi-SYN feature, where projects can airdrop their users with a simple upload of a CSV file with a few clicks. Obviously, that makes everyone's life much easier. So shout out to the Atmos team for creating utility and applications that make it easier for the user. That's how you onboard more people, and y'all are doing a great job.
Yeah, love it. Love what Atmos are doing. So this one I have put in the ecosystem news because it's a new project in the ecosystem. I just wanted to bring everyone's attention to it. That's all. SUP Dragon is their name. If you haven't seen them, SUP Dragon 1 on X. It's a new meme coin community on Supra. They're simply called Dragon, and you can find them at SUP Dragon 1. They've got a lot going on, all kinds of campaigns happening. So check them out. Join the Red Dragon. And basically, they just asked in one of their first posts, GM Supra community, how many GM can I get? Let's make today a win-win. Hashtag Supra, hashtag Dragon.
Boom. Obviously, do your own research. All of this is not financial advice.
Yes,
we just like to point out cool community projects, people that are still building on Supra, new users, old users, all the like. But do your own research, not financial advice. You know how this game goes. Next up, AI Garden. So AI Garden aboard Judd has announced that you can now prompt on their platform using emojis only. I'm going to wait for the transit.
There it is.
Boom, baby. Although in their posts clearly not written by AI, it does have a spelling error promoting instead of prompting, but that's okay. Shout out to Judd for not using ChatGPT. And if you're a Dream protocol holder and are one of the first 600 mints, you will be able to mint on either Dream or Fractured Echo protocols for free. Remember to get a hold of these early NFTs because the early holders will get exclusive features and free mints on future collections and campaigns. The tweet reads, promoting with emojis, prompting with emojis on AI Garden brings a whole new level of fun. Dream protocol prompt, and then they shows 2 examples of what his platform created just using emojis alone, which is pretty incredible. So shout out to Judd, shout out the team over there, and I can't wait to see what's next for you, buddy.
Yeah, I'm always aware, am I going to get myself in trouble? Maybe Judd won't be happy with this, but I'm just going to leak a little bit of alpha. What I can say is it looks like he's brought someone on to partner with him in terms of marketing. That's all I'm saying.
Ooh.
We'll let him announce that later. I got some inside alpha via my XDMs, and keep an eye on AI Garden. That's all I'm saying. So nice work, brother.
It doesn't surprise me at all. He's building something incredible.
Yeah, totally, man. Okay, last ecosystem post of the week, and it comes from Superlend. They have already hit $100,000 in TVL on their platform. They've only just gone live a couple of months ago. They're building out slow and steady, and if you think about it, this is a really, really impressive milestone. It shows that there really are great things to come if they, after only a couple of months, have hit $100,000 in TVL. The post reads 100K and growing. Liquidity is waking up on Supra. Indeed it is. Indeed it is. iAssets are gaining traction and Supra DeFi is coming alive. Bigger milestones ahead. Stay tuned, people.
Let's go. Yeah, shout out to Superlin.
Yeah.
Awesome reading through. Beautiful. All right, well, now we are at the meat and potatoes, the fun part of the episode for us.
Yeah, I'm just gonna jump.
John,
I'm jumping in real quick to respond to Joe Max, who says, lol, why do I feel the partner for AI Garden is James? It is not. Just want to clarify. It's not me. Okay.
There we go. So again, Johnny boy, welcome back. We are super happy to have you back on. If people go to the YouTube page on Supra ever, they probably see your face pretty often. You were very much so involved on that side of things. What kind of content have you been working on for Supra lately, and what's the strategy behind it?
Yeah, got some pretty exciting things coming forward. First off, I just want to put out there's a lot of shift of content. So currently right now we have, I don't know how much I can say. Chase, I know you know. I'm sure James, you already know too. We are doing a big shift and we are trying to separate content. The reason why is because algorithmically, right? I mean, when you try to hit 2 different things, Additionally, I think we want to try to separate and make sure devs know that they are being supported on that side. So we are going to be doing a transition by creating some sort of a new channel on behalf of this, specifically for dev side. And I'm currently working on, I'm trying to go kind of like ground up. So in the beginning, I really want to go through Supra's products first. So like, I've done videos on automation before. I've done videos on how to get started and set up. And currently right now, what I'm trying to do is transition a lot of this and do a lot of Supra's tech. And then as we start to kind of go more and more and more, I kind of want to start to grow a little bit more into creating full-fledged apps from literally ground zero to a full working app. So we're currently just kind of going through a process of making sure I get all the baseline, because I don't want I want it to be kind of like, if the person's ever confused, they can start at the bottom and then go, okay, how do I use this? And then they go there, and then they basically then go to, okay, you know what? If I have a question during my actual full DApp, it makes it so much easier as a reference.
Rockstar,
awesome.
Rockstar, bro. And I mean, it's so cool. The videos that you've already made, like, it's really impressive, dude. Like, the amount of content that you've been pushing out is amazing.
Thanks.
Before I ask the next question, again, just looking at the chat, Brit Patriot Sam just wants to know EVM or multi-VM news.
Yes.
I obviously see, in our marketing meetings, what the plan is. I can tell you EVM to mainnet is coming soon, but, I don't want to give too, try and assume you as sort of DevRel marketing manager might know a little bit more. What can you give us in terms of EVM coming to mainnet for Supra?
Yeah, absolutely. So just a kind of quick update. So I try not to, I don't want to, edge you guys along on a lot of these things. So I can give you kind of reference of what I kind of know currently right now, right? So EVM is coming. I promise you. It's not like it's like, oh God, like, what is the testnet, mainnet, kind of difference? Currently right now, we are in a testnet / kind of devnet. We currently waiting to transition into the full testnet. There's going to be a little bit different architecture in the background, right? We're going to be including Supra's BTM. We're going to be including other additional parts that are not added in currently. So right now we do have something, right? People, if you guys see, right, I'm sure some people have. I'm going to kind of tell you guys, because if you guys haven't seen this already, but if you guys do go over to our documentation, we just haven't really been putting it out because we're waiting to try to do a bit more of a marketing setup. But if you go back and you look, you'll see inside of our docs, we do have EVM. So the multi-VM capability is there. So if somebody wants to try, it's a little bit of a different styling. We do have 2 different RPCs. Please pay attention to it. I do have 2 separate notes. That one is going to be if you're using a third party, like Hard Hat, or you're going to be using Foundry. And I do have a different RPC. Please see the difference between them 2. It's very overall simple to do. If there is an issue, please DM me on Discord. I do typically kind of try to look at the best I can. But yes, so EVM testnet, the official testnet after this is coming. We kind of estimate this in the next, okay, again, hear me out on this before I go into it. I'm going to say it's going to be between basically like 6 weeks to maybe 8 is kind of a rough range right now. I just don't want to say it's too earlier and then it not be, and then you guys text me and go like, why did you do that? And I'm like, you know what? That's fair. That's fair. So I promise you multi-VM is coming out. There are a few things on the back end that need to be clarified first because there are a lot of moving parts. You guys are going to remember, right? It's not just, right, Supra's, in general, it's not that just building multi-VM, right? We also do have the bridge, which is associated with a lot of these things. We also have other different types of foundational pieces, and we just want to make sure that they're all working at the same time, so we don't just put out one and you guys, hey, why is this one not done yet? So yes, it is coming. It's estimated within the 6 to 8 weeks time frame, but the multi-VM is here right now. If somebody does want to test try it, go to our Supra docs. You can see it inside of our EVM. I did create the little setup for it.
Oh, I love it, dude. I mean, the man, that's the man to ask. The man knows what's going down. So 6 to 8 weeks is not bad at all. And obviously that's a soft estimate. So, but it's coming. It is coming. But thank you for the question. Who was that? Bit Patriot Sam. Thank you. And great answer, John. All right, so iAssets, my man, that's what we said we were going to talk about. Everyone's talking about it at the moment. Interesting, Mardude just, who is Martin normally on X, asked about it and the APY. I actually have that question for John coming up, so stick around. I'm going to ask, or Chase or myself will ask John about the APY, and we'll see what his response is. But for now, John, the talk is iAssets, but from an internal perspective, how would you explain what iAssets are and how does it work?
Got it. Okay. So we do, I know one thing that we will do is we will show kind of like a little, I can give a lot more context because sometimes me just saying it out loud is going to be a lot harder. But I would say, so iAssets, number one, for the lamest terms for a lot of these people to just make it easier, right? The idea of it is this, right? If you have one explicit asset, it's essentially two forms of yield that you're going to be receiving. So iAssets is going to be a protocol that is used. We have several sets of different technology that are involved into this. We have Supra, which is what we use for our bridging, right? We do have, additionally, we have our Supra, we do have our vaults that are going to be using to store a lot of these. And in addition to this, we do have a form in which we use our FA standards. So typically what this is a person or a user wants to be able to earn more yield in Supra by leveraging or collateralizing an asset. One of the assets currently would be like Ethereum, so ETH, or maybe it's Supra itself. You then receive from Supra or ETH, let's just say ETH, you send ETH in, it gets collateralized, it then goes into our vault, intralayer vaults is what we call it, goes into our intralayer vaults, then you receive a representation of it, which is going to be iETH, which is then used in an FA standard, our fungible asset standard, and then the protocol understands that you receive yield from this. Now you receive a yield from just that, and then additions to that, you also then can reuse that to be able to then put into liquidity pools. So now you have two forms of yield in a total of one asset. So it's a really efficient way of receiving yield, essentially.
Boom. So stack those bags, if that's what you like to do. So tell us why Supernova is a key protocol behind iAssets. I know you vaguely mentioned it in that answer there, but and how does Supernova work?
Yeah. So first off, Supernova, just so we all understand exactly what it is, it's a bridge, but it's not the traditional style of bridges, right? So Supernova is what we call our trustless bridge technology. Essentially what it is it's a way of making a conversion, right? Like some things are not going to be one-to-one. And, explicit example is obviously Solana's, blockchain is going to be a lot different inside Sol compared to Ethereum. So how do you make the conversion and get the equivalent of it? And so that's what, first off, a bridge is. The typical biggest issue with bridges is that they're generally not associated with the blockchain. They're sometimes generally associated or mostly associated third party, which means they have to use what we call as relayers. We have different types of validators. There's a lot more security that comes into as an issue. So when we say the term bridgeless is the essential way of saying it's a very easy, smooth transition to the typical traditional bridge that you would use. So Supra, right, it's our own technology built and actually designed from Supra's team. So it's a pretty cool and exciting piece that comes through it. What happened to the triple assets? Triple assets, sorry, just to convert because I did see that. The triple asset is coming. It's just not here as of right now. It is being in the works.
Look at you just tackling the chat live as you go. I love it, man. I love it.
Because I was going to bring it up and then he asked it and it was just perfect timing.
It really was. Now, with regards to iAssets, we're seeing these cumulative APRs, which is all of the rewards on one staked iAsset. So you mint your iETH, for instance. That asset now is able to be staked across a number of different opportunities. And the cumulative APR of all of those opportunities is currently sitting at around 23%. And this is the question that we just had, which I said I would ask. how long do you think this kind of cumulative APR is going to stay that high? Like 23% is amazing. Obviously, we see in liquidity pools across DeFi that as more and more users come to a pool, the rates drop. Is there any mathematical or engineering way to sort of get those APRs back up once we see these users all come into the ecosystem? Or is that math already locked in and there's nothing we can do about it?
Yeah, so there is a lot of variation that comes into play. I would say the biggest thing you want to recognize is early bird gets the worm, right? Economics 101, it's going to be supply and demand. The biggest thing you want to recognize is that if you're going to be early, you get the additional benefits. So typically there isn't going to be an exact way to just figure out, hey, what I would say is as you start to see TVL increase, as you start to see more and more users, more and more locked in, you are going to see a reduction. Things change up and down. There's based on so many different variations. It's like one of the reasons why in physics you remove air resistance. It's because it impacts you so much. And sometimes it doesn't. I mean, you can do very small amounts, obviously if it's a very small piece of it. But in general, right, the air resistance gets neglected. It's because it will change the variation in the direction of it. So the biggest thing that I would say is that if you're early, you will have a lot better of a chance to get a higher yield now, because as it starts to increase TVL, it's going to be just right. It's going to be a quick reduction. But is it going to go down to zero? Is it going to go down to a very low percentage? No, it will still be extremely higher comparatively to other chains, no matter how big it gets. Because right, there's several forms of yield, right? So of course it has to be.
Yeah, thank you for the explanation. I know this helps many people in the chat that don't understand everything in depth, right? Because I think there is a lot going on, and if you're not really Web3 native, this is a lot to learn. There's a large learning curve on a lot of things like this. So when you give some in-depth answers like that, I know it's super helpful for a lot of these people. So for my next question, we do have it highlighted, so I don't know if this is one that you were not asking, but it says, can you give us a little walkthrough via screen share to show us the tangibility of how iAssets work?
Yeah. So I'm going to put this just screen on the other side, but I can screen share.
Well, great question coming in from Supra Daddy. We'll let you set up though, John. But there is a great question which I'll put in the notes. For now, take us through and show us exactly what iAssets is all about.
Yeah, so let's first just real quickly, let's just talk, right? So this right here is iAssets. This is the front end. This is what you can just visually see, right? Based off right here, you can see all the different types of tabs here, right? You can see testnet and mainnet. I have it on testnet right now just because it's easier to move them around, and because also mainnet, I'm also locked out right now currently. So big thing right here, with the bridging, we use what we call, right? Remember we talked about Supernova. Supernova is built into behalf of our bridging here, right? Hence, in the beginning of before you get into iAssets, if you need to do a conversion because you would like to join some sort of a pool or anything of the such, you would basically start here. Then you would go to iAssets. iAssets goes through the beginning process of a pre-minting. Just remember, in the beginning, this FA standard, so the iETH is not created. You have to go through a process to be able to create it, and then you mint it. So in the beginning here, right, you can see on the right side, we do have a bunch of sets of tables. You can see that I have amount of the rewards that I have 135 Supra right now currently. You'll see that literally, you'll see every few minutes, the API will just go up and down. It'll tell you kind of just the gist of a lot of these things. And then what you'll notice is the process in where you are at when you're building. So when you first come onto here, right, you have a conversion, right? So it's going to say basically, what would you like to create for, let's just say as a pool and such. So currently at this point in time, right, what you would do is you would click onto here and you'd go on to, and you'd figure out what exactly assets you specifically want. And you would go from ETH, USDC, SOL, WBTC, any of these ones that you want, or just go to Supra. And then from here, right, what we can do is we can actually add however we like, however much, right? There's actually, we've increased the limit dramatically. So, right, we can go ahead and we can put in how much we want. we make sure we connect either Starkey wallet, or we can connect our Ethereum's wallet, which would be like a MetaMask type of, or, you know, specifically anything like this. There's a few other different options, but the two big ones right now are only going to be ETH, or so MetaMask and Starkey. So using Starkey right now, right, I do have some Supra. So testnet Supra right now currently. If I want to, I can then go through the pre-minting process. I would just go ahead and click. I would review, press next, and then right up here, it would show me what is being pre-minted. Now, after we do have a timer, we have to go through an epoch timer of this. It takes a little while. After it finishes up, it then converts and goes to the mintable. The mintable means then I can actually mint that asset. Now, in Supra, in this case, it's Supra to iSupra. So I can mint the iSupra, and then what it will do is it will give me a balance in which how much iSupra I have and how many rewards I've been receiving from it. So now, right, I'm collecting. All it does is go through the pre-minting process to a minting process. And then currently right now, I would be receiving a bunch of rewards. I do absolutely nothing else. Now, after over amount of time, you'll see that we have the allocated rewards. We go back over to the allocated rewards. You can see that I have 135.7 here. If I submit, I will then go through the next step of claiming it. The claiming it also has a timer. You then will go back and you will claim whatever you basically, the amount you prefer at that point in time. You claim through, and then you go through the withdrawal process. So then right now you're receiving it back towards your actual wallet. That's the rewards you received from your iSupra. Now, we do have, and I have to go, I may have to just take off my screen real quickly. Let me real quickly go to, because I just need to go over to our, I just real quickly need to go over there, and I can see the option was removed currently, but we do have.
While you do that, Sid Sharma, obviously last week's guest, is in the chat, Quad APRs and DeFi. Thanks for watching, Sid. Good to have you watching, man. I really like that comment from Super Daddy, so I'm gonna bring that in a little bit later, but I don't want to trip up John while he takes us through this process.
Yes, I'm just getting over right now.
Oh no, it's all good, man. It's all good. I can say a couple of people are like, okay, I'm trying to follow, but we also have basic walkthrough videos that are going to be on our YouTube like by tomorrow. So don't worry, hang in there. We'll get it out on X real quick and easy. These steps are going to be redone and shown to you in a simple way. So hang in there if you're lost.
Sorry, so right now it looks like one of the sites is down for it, so I can't really show you on behalf of this. But then what happened is you would give it an option for what the actual APY was. You could click on the APY, and then you could go to the third party. So it would go to one of our DeFi apps. The DeFi apps, then you can actually insert however you'd like to basically do. So there would be a bunch of liquidity pools, iSupra over Supra, or any of these other of the such. And then you can basically collect another sets of LP through it. So it's actually two forms of yield and basically one asset. So it's really nice.
And that first asset that you have minted is immediately earning Supra block rewards. Like you don't actually have to click anything. You're immediately earning Supra block rewards. It's only the second form of yield that you need to do a couple of steps. You can go and choose. There's a whole bunch of liquidity pools, right? And from there, that's where you can earn additional APR and yield on top of the Supra block rewards that you are automatically earning.
Correct. And we'll have way more things coming out too in terms of content. I know, James, you had been working on something. So one of the big things is it will be coming out. You can see in a lot more, I know that it's a little confusing at some point in times. It's a little hard to show it at times because there's buffers in between there.
Right.
But one of the really cool things too that I kind of really want to explain is that once you start to put so like say I mint Supra to iSupra, it then goes into my wallet. If it goes into my wallet and I want to move because I don't feel it's secure, I can actually move that asset into a different wallet and it will automatically start then recollecting yield right after that. It's really cool process. Yeah. So no matter, even if I want to switch, if I want to take half of it and move it, if I then connect back to if I connect it back to iAssets, it automatically starts collecting yield.
So I get it. As you said, a little bit. This is confusing. I think somebody said it in the comments, but you did a great job explaining it, and it kind of walks you through the process. But what excites you the most about iAssets?
Yeah, I mean, I think the big thing is going to be efficiency, right? Because I think one of the things that you'll kind of see, and you'll see it into blockchains like Ethereum and such, where they have a very fixed, and it goes a lot smaller in terms of the dramatic amount, obviously at 3.85% and even less to 2.2. I think the cool part is that there's only a certain amount in which what you can squeeze, and then eventually, right, it's how do I get more, right? And I love the idea of it's one asset receiving two forms to possibly up to three forms of yield. And it's because it really revolutionized the idea of it. If you go back and you start thinking about who else can do this, you can't, right? And it's because Supra literally has a different architecture that doesn't allow other people to do it, right? That's just it, right? And the problem is the amount of time it takes and the amount of people that it would be to build something like this. I mean, we see it, right? I mean, which is what, how long it takes to be able to build these things, the amount of just the wirings, right? That you have to connect between them all, right? There's so many, you have to worry about your protocol. You got to worry about its protocol. You got to make sure it doesn't collide. There's just so many moving parts.
What does it mean for the wider Web3 industry? What kind of message does iAssets possibilities send to the wider Web3 industry, do you think, man?
Yeah, I think it puts a lot of pressure on people. I think that one of the big things that I would say to a lot of people is that, right, you're going to have to figure out because people look for incentives and, what exactly can I get a little bit more out of? And being able to, number one, it makes the L1 itself healthier because more TVL comes inside there. We're able to get more rewards, outstanding to dApps. You're able to give it to all these other different, validator, all these different sets. And so what it does is it gives a really good, it definitely is a very good example of what people should in blockchain should start trying to strive as, because it's going to be extremely efficient. And right, and number one, it gives more yield. So people, of course, why would you not want more money, right? It's just, it's a no-brainer. And I think it would be exciting for people to come and see this, because when somebody wants to reciprocate this, they're going to go back and go, oh, how do I do that? Right? There's going to be so much moving parts. A lot of the stuff only works because of us on all of our technology being built.
Yeah, that's super interesting. And so maybe this will help people that are a little bit more confused, and maybe just give them more of maybe a real life example. If you had to explain DeFi to a DeFi user who had never heard of Supra, right? What is Supra? I'm a noob. I know nothing about us, and try to convince them to experiment with iAssets. What would be the first thing you would tell them?
Yeah, I would say a few of the aspects in which you should be trying to worry about in a blockchain is, right, number one, their technology and if they're going to be growing. And then essentially the big goal is going to be looking in the long grand scheme of things. You mean similar to anything, like I said before, right? Early bird gets the worm. Once you start basically looking into Supra being so early, I mean, like even someone just brought it up, right? Where basically is, our multi-VM, where is all these different things, right? And I think the good part is that that's just, I mean, it gives a good example of, number one, the future, the long fundamentals of what Supra is going to be extremely, extremely, excited for. Now, what I would say then after that is, being in such a growing and brand new still blockchain, why would you not want to receive basically yield, right? You want to jump in there, you want to see the maximum amount of yield possible. I would go back and I would tell somebody that in blockchain, you are typically very much fixed to what you can be receiving. And one of the big things is, inside of a growing technology where no one else has ever been made before, I would recommend to try using or try maximizing the most amount of money to give to your users while still making the L1 or like the overall foundation very strong. And so I would recommend a lot of people to try it out for that one explicit example is, why would you not want more money, right? And I think that's the exciting part. You don't need to go back and risk yourself. You don't need to put two separate, it's one asset that you get to receive multiple forms of yield for.
I think that's the easiest explanation. Why would you not want more money? Like, it's really as simple as that. Like, the APRs are so great. There's more opportunity here. Why would you not want to get involved here? Now, as we approach the top of the hour here, John, I know that you are pretty close to the engineering team at Supra. You've got a lot of insight into what is being rolled out. I'm curious, ma'am, what else can you give us in terms of alpha? What else can the Supra community expect coming into the Supra ecosystem in the next couple of months?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, I'll just kind of spread some of these rumors. First off, I've already been talking with the product team. I mean, they've already been discussing also SVM already coming up, right? So Solana's VM is in the works, getting very closer and closer.
Wow.
The goal is that when the official up-to-date testnet comes out for Supra's multi-VM for EVM, when it does come out there, we do have, we would like to have a lot of other additional parts to it. So first off, VM to VM communication. I don't want to spread too much on this because this is definitely controversial right now, because this is, I mean, still to this day, when I have conversations with a lot of people, they're like, explain to me, what does this work? How does this work? And so first off, VM to VM communication, native automation to EVM. These are things and goals right now that we're striving to hit right now. So these are some pretty exciting pieces. Again, you know, I'm hoping Josh doesn't text me in the next little bit and go, hey, John, quiet down, buddy.
That's funny. Well, I'm trying to see if there's anything in the comments that maybe we had missed as we're going. Looks like,
John, if you see any in the chat that you want to respond to, go ahead, man.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing that I would say right now is that I do see, I know this guy Chase gets pretty upset. Sounds like you don't use iAssets yourself. No, I actually do use it a lot. Literally, actually, like astronomically too much, I think, actually, at points in time. Sorry, I literally, if I could show you right now, the site, there was a part in which liquidity pools have been, you know, put on for testnet, and it's not on here right now, which is one of the kind of difficulties for it. So I do apologize. I wish it was a little bit easier. I mean,
maybe he was talking to somebody else, like in the chat.
Oh,
I don't know. I was just, I mean, you seem to know what you're doing to me, so I don't know.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say, yeah. I was like, I promise you too. It's so extremely simple. Literally, go over to Supernova, go try out testnet. You can literally get it free using literally your Starkey wallet. Go ahead and fund yourself. Add the wallet inside there. Literally, just go to Supra to iSupra, put inside there. Go through the pre-minting process. Wait the time limit. Go mint it, and then just literally watch it get yield up yourself, right? I mean, and then you can go back, and I can't see right now the ecosystem one, but after that, right, liquidity pools will be put it back into there. It's super simple. You literally click button, it says deposit, you add your wallet, and I promise you, it's the easiest thing in the world. The actual usage is very easy. I think sometimes if you want to, go look at the liquidity pools first. Make sure you mint it, because the printing process can be a little bit longer, but try that first, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Fan asks, are there other chains in the making supported for iAssets?
Yes.
Obviously, you've just spoken about the multi-VM and native, VM communication. But at the moment, it's just EVM and Ethereum assets coming across to the Supra L1. What about other chains being available for iAssets?
Yeah, I mean, we absolutely are expanding massively, right? I mean, just to give you an idea too, I mean, one of the big things you're going to see too is you may not see exactly a lot of difference in chains currently, but you'll see a lot of add-ons onto that additional chain. So maybe like in ETH, right? You'll see, obviously we have USDC, USDT, all these different additional amounts. you'll see that those will start to additionally expand also. I know the goal obviously is to get into other directions. The reason why they're not put in right now is because, right, we don't have SVM at the same time right now. So like these other ones make more sense for when the product comes out because they'll work congruent to each other. So, I mean, the time frame right now is going to be just, additions to the actual block, so like you'll see the FA, you'll see iSupra's just original legacy token. So you'll see these ones in the beginning, but it absolutely will be expanding. I think what we're trying to do is hit the floor, start running, get it set up, make sure everything's working good, and then coming back and going, what do you guys think? And then, kind of like figuring out what is basically the next in demand.
Boom, baby. Well, Johnny boy, I know we were getting close to the end of the hour. Do you have any final comments that you would like to shed on us or our super community that's listening?
Yeah, I mean, one quick thing that I just really recommend, and I know sometimes it's like I get lost in the sauce with like foundational discussions about things. One thing I really recommend you guys to do is to just go back, start looking at exactly how it does work, how the bridging is with iAssets, how iAssets has our interlayer vaults, how interlayer vaults work, how exactly we use an FA standard to be able to convert, right? We're just literally leveraging it. We use, right, Supra to iSuper. That's an FA. Learn what FAs are. Figure out how these things work, because I promise you, it'll be massively beneficial to you in the long run, because you'll understand why exactly this is so important and so like, different comparatively to other different chains, other different styles. It's because no one else can do this. And if it is, it's typically, there's a lot of faulties to it, right? I would argue, right? I mean, you go back and just learn how bridges work, learn the different, I think it's beautiful, right? It's like when you start to really expand in these types of ideas is when you really start to understand why it's so special for a lot of people in blockchain.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Big shout out to Jatin, by the way. Jatin is in the
Hey, what it do, baby?
What a man. What's up, brother? Yeah.
Hey,
what's up, brother? What's up? He's giving us a whole bunch of love for Chase, John, and James. Love you guys. We love you too.
Hey, Jason,
brother.
what it do?
Oh, we got Jason as well. What's up, boys? Congrats on the marriage.
Looking good, Jason, he must be snowboarding at the moment. God damn it. I wish I was snowboarding at the moment.
Oh, man.
Dude, speaking of, there's a bachelor party going on. My boys are in Telluride. So all of my boys except me are there for a bachelor party this weekend. I was unfortunately not able to make it, but I wish I was there. So shout out to everybody on the slopes, man. I wish I was shredding the pow.
Oh, bro, me too. I'm a skier myself, not a snowboarder. What are you, John? Skier or snowboarder?
Dude, I'm Canadian, right? I mean, my family literally, ice is in my veins, brother. So I'm a skier, buddy.
Oh, there it is, man.
You know
where for the first time? Canada, brother. Canada.
Really?
Out in Calgary, mom. In fact, no, it wasn't Calgary. It was in near Vancouver, just above Vancouver.
Dude, I've skied in Canada several times, and it's the worst experience ever. It is so cold. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. Like, obviously, like in Nevada, it gets cold, but holy! Have you guys ever heard of Panorama? It's a ski resort. Yeah, you've been to Panorama?
I've actually been there. I've been to Panorama, my man.
Small world, man. So
my brother got concussed snowboarding at Panorama, and my sister cut her back open skiing, all on the same trip. I, of course, no injuries. What can I say?
Well, so here's the thing, though, right? It's the temperature difference is so insane, right? When you're having to go down what is it, like a mile every single lift, and it takes 4 hours to get up the lift, and then you're still freezing. It's terrible, right? Like, I'm like, man, dude, this is like, I thought it was supposed to be fun. But if you go to like somewhere in Nevada where it's not too, I mean, I've seen people with their shirts off, right? I mean, people are literally, I've seen guys go on the side, they grab beers and they just hang out inside the snow and they're shirtless. I'm like, this guy's living the life, right? That's where I want to be.
That sounds like my style, man. Like a couple of beers, shirt off while on the slopes. Where do you go, Chase? When last did you hit the slopes, brother?
We went to Breckenridge last, Telluride before that, somewhere in Utah. Somewhere, Big Bear, I go a lot.
Okay, I've heard of Big Bear.
Big Bear, Northern California. I lived in LA when I was working at New Balance. So we would just drive up to the mountain. It would take we would wake up in the morning, go surf to catch the dawn patrol because the waves are usually better in the morning. The wind's not so heavy. Catch the dawn patrol, get in the car, get something to eat, drive 2 hours up the mountain, snowboard all night. It's fucking shit.
Man. See, you guys don't know how good you have it in North America. Like when it's winter, you can literally get in a car and drive a couple of hours to a mountain range, you know. Here in South Africa, we just don't have that opportunity.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I mean, we're at the top of the hour here. Thank you, Jatin, my man. New things 2026. What does Chase have new for us? John got married. I've got a Tash. Chase got a kid with no two front teeth.
Yeah, I got a kid with no front teeth. That's what I got for fucking New Year's, buddy.
I know what he wants for Christmas.
Yeah, hopefully he gets it before that. Good Lord. Looks like I'm carrying a little hillbilly around.
Well, shout out to literally Jason and Jatin. We love you guys.
Yep. And also, hey, shout out to you in Dallas. Congratulations on y'all's marriage, dude. We wish y'all nothing but happiness forever and ever and ever. And that little wiener of yours. I'm talking about your dog, your wiener dog. Whoa.
Do I need to go grab?
Go grab your wiener.
Go get your wiener out, man. Go get your wiener out. I don't know how your wife would feel about that, but go get your wiener out, my man.
Just give John 1 second. He's going to grab he's about to whip his wiener out for us.
It's when my wiener comes out, it's when the magic happens.
There we go.
Look at that guy.
Tell the crowd
his name.
Yeah. His name's Louie.
That's right.
Bluey. Did you say Bluey?
Louis, like L-O-U.
Oh, Louis. Like Louis. Like Louis Armstrong. I thought you said Bluey. I was like, whoa. That is a really, really cute, what is that? A sausage dog cross golden retriever or something? Like
no, long-haired wiener dog.
Just straight sausage. He's actually a mix between two things, actually. He's a short hair and a long hair. I don't know how that came to be. I've never heard of this, but his arms are all... I don't know if you can see it there. His arms are very long, but his body is short. His ears are super long. His legs are super long hair, but his body is short. It's really weird.
Well, he's
shout out to Martin in the comments. Martin says that's a good looking wiener, John. So.
That's a good looking wiener. When the wiener happens, bro. When I put it out, that's when the magic happens. I love washing my wiener. I love hanging out with my wiener.
That's a good wiener. Everybody loves a wiener.
Guys, before we leave this, I want to give you guys one PSA real quickly. One second.
All right.
Okay, here we go. What's he going to do? He's going to pull out another wiener?
Whoa.
Martin. Oh, hello.
Always take this into note.
Always wash your wiener. Amen, brother.
Always wash your wiener, boys. Wiener for the win.
Absolutely. Love it so much. I don't think this episode could have ended any better.
I was going to say I will not be making any further comments because it could go very, very far south right here. Very far south. John, man, thank you so much, bro. It's been so good to have you on the show. We'll have you on the show again soon. Dude, keep kicking ass, man.
Yeah, thanks, brother. Well, I'll see you soon. Don't worry. We're always somehow. I'm joined inside here, or hopefully one of these times. Are you going to be coming to an event?
I hope so. We'll see. Chase is doing the strategy at the moment. So Chase, bro, put me in the strategy. Put me in the strategy, bro. I'm there.
Chase, are you coming? One of these times? Are you going to come?
I'm sure I'll be coming. I don't know if I'm going to ETH Denver. My son's birthday is the same weekend, and we planned like a camping trip like fucking 6 months ago. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it to ETH Denver. But yeah, I mean, all US events I usually show up to. So if you're at a US event, your boy should be there.
Beautiful.
Let's go, man.
Beautiful.
Let's go.
Yep. Well, all right, boys. Guys, Jason, we'll see you there too, my boy.
Let's do it. Episode 54, done and dusted. Fan says a short episode, and it kind of feels like it was, but it was literally an hour. An hour has gone by already. So we'll wrap it up right there. John K for episode 54, folks. We'll see you same time, same place next week on the SUP for episode 55. That's it from us.
All right, peace. I love you. Bye.
Peace. Love you. Bye.
Yeah. Supra labs, we taking off. No brakes. All gas. Now watch me boss up. Blockchain's future, yeah, we